Hello, successful people. Welcome back to the Iron Fire Success channel. I'm TK.
And I'm Mo.
Thank you to our subscribers.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome.
In today's video, I'm going to show you a shoe storage hack that will turn ordinary shelves into a shoe showcase. Here's a look at the wall in the closet where the dresser was supposed to be. The dresser was supposed to be where you see those two black bins and stuff on the shelves, those two shelves. That was supposed to be a dresser. And for those of you who've been following the channel, you know that the builder messed up and did not give us the built-in dresser. And so what my husband Mo did was he took out the shoe shelves that were on this side of the closet and he put together this dresser I bought from Amazon and built it into the space where the shoe shelves used to be himself. I'll put up a link to that video in case anyone wants to see how he did this. Definitely saved a lot of money over what we were going to pay the builder anyway. But now that I put a dresser where my shoe shelves were, I need to figure out how to use this area to store my shoes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm thinking I need some kind of stand or risers because this area up here is tall enough for me to get more than one pair of shoes. Actually, each one of these shelves is tall enough, but I need some kind of stand to put in there so I can stack the shoes, preferably something that's glass. I'm also going to line the shelves here, and I'm going to put in some LED lights to kind of transform this into a whole new look. And if I can, without making a video too long, I'm going to try to do something like this over here in this corner also for the purse organization, because these little cubbies up here, you see I have that one bag turned sideways covered. These are just way too small to even hold a regular size purse. So let's see what I can do. The first step is I'm going to take this stuff off, clean these shelves off, and I bought this easy liner, shelf liner, to put on the shelves, just like a peel and stick, something from the brand Duck that makes the duck tape. And I'm going to see how this works. I just want something to line the shelves with so I'm not putting the shoes directly on the shelf. All right, let's see how it turns out. I used that one roll of shelf liner and lined all three of these shelves. And you'll see I also decided to do the back wall. I don't know if I'll eventually like it when the shoes are all in, but I figured it would give it a nice bit of sprucing up instead of having the white back wall. I also thought about just doing the back wall and not the shelf and leaving it white, but I decided to try this. And that one roll covered all of this with the exception, which it's hard to see, which nobody will really see, the bottom shelf where I kind of had to piece it together with the remnants, but I got it all done. Okay, so next I'm going to show you what I'm going to use to put the shoes on. These glass computer monitor stands are so easy to put together, I just have to show you. I'm going to put one together and then I'm going to show you what they all look like inside of the shelves. So this is the desktop stand. I guess this is upside down and backwards, but this is the box it comes in. I got a size that I knew was small enough to be able to fit where I can get 4 in a row on each shelf. There is a size bigger than this as well. I'll put a link in the description box below as to what this is, but this is so simple to put together. I have to show you this. So in this box has instructions, the 4 legs. Let's see, it has a pack of screws. They give you 1 extra. You only need 4, but there's 5 in the pack. And then this is the actual glass top. So what I do is sit this on here like this. cut open the bag of screws. And what I've been doing is screwing these in first. It's very simple. This whole thing may not even take 2 minutes for me to show you how to do this. And screw these in. I have come across one or more of these screws which did not screw in here as well as it should. I just turned it upside down and try it, again, or because each one of these came with a fifth, I'll try the extra one. So that's that. Then cut open the legs. And you'll see here's the adjustability on it, if you could see that. It's like the old school umbrella where you just push it in and then you bump it up to the next. I'm gonna put them all on the highest one and just screw them in. I have also come across where one of these legs seemed like it didn't screw in tight, it screwed in loose. That didn't seem to make a big difference, but I just thought I would let you know. And I also have pulled too hard and pulled this out and you just pop it back in if that happens. So not a problem. And as you see, this entire thing only takes, 2 minutes to put together and that's it. And now I just did this with all of the stands that I bought and lined them up in the closet. When you see me doing a DIY, I can't promise you it'll be the least expensive option, but I can promise you that it will be the easiest and the least labor intensive and time consuming. Okay, here we go. That's it. And now I'm going to take this and put this in the closet and I'll show you what it looks like when I have all of them in there. I'm all done putting together the glass computer stands that I'm using as shoe shelves and it's looking pretty good. Got the 2 rows at the top, 1 row at each of the bottom shelves. 4 of these stands fit in there really nicely. So now I'm going to move into putting in the LED lights. It's my first time ever doing this and it looks to be pretty easy. They come on this reel here and I just plug that end into here. And this is rechargeable. I didn't want to deal with batteries or trying to drill holes for a plug. And this is supposed to just stick up to the top of the shelf after it's all done and I connect it here. They only gave me a few of these little clips here. So luckily I have a lot of command strips and clips and other things that I'll use because I think I'm going to need more than that. All right, so let's see how it looks after I'm done. Unfortunately, the rechargeable, dimmable motion sensor LED lights I bought weren't actually motion sensor. The sensor piece was missing. And when I looked, it seems like that particular version does not come with the motion sensing capability, even though it says that on the box. So I looked and I wasn't able to find one that was motion sensing that had all the features I wanted that was also rechargeable. So I got this one and this takes 3 AA batteries. What I like about this is that you can set it to when you want the motion sensor the light to go off based on when there's no more motion. So I could set it to go off after 20 seconds or 60 seconds of no motion. The other thing I like about this is it has this daytime or nighttime feature where if you don't want this to come on except when the room is dark, you can set it that way. The other thing that I wanted was the capability to change the colors and also to dim it. Oh, it goes this way. Because what I didn't want was the whole place to light up like Vegas and be super bright. And I also didn't want that yellow light that tends to come with some LED lights. So it comes with these magnets. You attach, magnet really 3M. You attach one to the back of this battery pack and one to the wall so it'll stay where you put it. So I'm going to try to use these. I'm hoping this works. I see this is also peel and stick, but I'm going to use some extra double-sided tape and command strips that I have so it doesn't peel right off the wall after I stick it up. All right, so let me try this and see how this works. Just as I was about to put up the LED lights inside of the shelves, I thought it would be cool if the back of the shelves were mirrors. Now, I didn't want to actually go and buy custom cut mirror tiles, so the next best thing would be faux mirrors. I looked online and I found these, and I got this particular brand because in the reviews, people were saying that sometimes these faux mirror tiles have a funhouse effect and don't really look like a real mirror, where these are supposed to mimic an actual mirror. So I got these. I got 2 packs of these, and 4 of them come in each pack. They're pretty rigid, like a regular piece of glass, and they're very stiff, but it's clearly not glass. So I'm going to put these up in the back. I have enough to put up across the top shelf and the middle shelf, but I don't think I have enough for the bottom. And I'm not sure yet if I want to buy another pack, because if I do that, I'm going to have leftovers, which I'm sure I can use for something else. But I'm just going to do the first 2 shelves with what I have and then see how it looks with the LED lights. These foam mirrors came with plenty of adhesive squares. I was using 9 per mirror, but really I could have used much more and would have had some left over. You see how I took the film off the front first before I stuck it to the wall? Luckily my hands were clean and I didn't leave a whole bunch of marks on it. But with the second one, I thought about it first and I put the mirror up to the wall first, made sure it stuck, and then pulled the film off last. And that's the way I did it for the rest of the mirror tiles that I put up. This looks very mirror-like. I am impressed because this is definitely not glass, but this really does not distort the face and make you look like you're in the fun house at the circus. This actually does look like glass. So, you know, even though by putting the 4 in this direction vertically, you know, I'm using up 4, and like I said, I only have another 4. 3 are going to go horizontally here. I might have to buy another pack of these for the bottom shelf because this actually came out pretty well. All right, now I'm going to hook up the LEDs. Before actually putting up the LED lights, I needed to test where this sensor needed to be to pick me up when I came into the room. And so I figured out that this is a good spot. This is also pretty sensitive, so I like how this performed when I tested it out. However, because this doesn't disconnect here, and I need to be able to change the batteries which are inside of this, I needed to start off by clipping this down in place. So I used one of a few of these clips that it came with that will hold this cord. This blue is supposed to be peel and stick to keep the rest of this on. I'm also going to use these 3M magnets. I'm going to put one on the wall, one on the underside of this to keep that from falling down. And so now that I started off with that, I'm going to just line the inside of this shelf with these LED light strips. I bought these motion sensor rechargeable puck lights to go in these cubbies up here where I'm going to put some more shoes. Now, the thing about these is that they are rechargeable, so I don't need to mess with the batteries like I do with these LEDs, but these also are dimmable. And that's something that I wanted because I didn't want it to be too bright in here. So I'm going to plug these in and charge these up while I finish putting the rest of the LED strips in the other shelves. One of the things I wanted to show you is if you buy these, when you take off this blue film, be very careful. When I first started, I actually took up the film and the sticky tape that was underneath it. And I was wondering what was wrong with this, where when you peel it off, it didn't expose a sticky side, but you just have to peel it off. It's very thin, but the underside that is sticking, I don't know if you could see that here in the reflection. Let's see. See, it sticks to the surface very well. And I also used some of this leftover adhesive, double-sided adhesive from the mirrors, which is really good. They gave way more than what I used, so I just reinforce these LED strips with little pieces of that as I go. Doesn't take long. I finished installing all of the LED light strips. After doing the first one, the other two weren't so bad at all. I learned how to peel that backing off very carefully so that the adhesive was still intact, and I also cut off small pieces. This 3M came with it. I cut off some small pieces of that to reinforce it in places where it was drooping, and actually being able to see it like that in the mirror made it a little bit easier for me to identify places where it needed to be reinforced. Okay, so now I am going to get the puck lights, which should be finished charging, put them in the cubbies, and now I'm going to put the shoes in. Here is the finished shoe showcase. How do you like this? I think this is absolutely fantastic. The boots are on the left, the shoes are on the right, and I also have the mirror behind these shoe shelves here. And that's using those computer monitor stands. I don't have the mirror in back of the last row, but I am going to get some more and do those. Now what I'm going to do is show you what this looks like when the lights are off and the motion sensors come on in the puck lights that are inside of the cubbies and the LEDs that I put around the shoe shelves. I'm going to go back out and come back in with the lights off. Now I'm going back in the way I would normally come into the closet so we could see how the motion sensitivity works. It lights up all of the shoes. I think this is absolutely fantastic. Now I have these things set to go off after 20 seconds to preserve the battery for right now, but I am going to set it for 60 seconds just so they stay on a little bit longer. Look at how this came out. Let me get a little bit so you can see that. Okay, I'm moving away so the lights are going off. But I'll come back and they come back on. Now, one of the reasons why I really wanted these LED lights down here is because they have a remote control. And with the remote, I can change the color of the lights. I can change the brightness, make them dim, make them bright. It's easier to see when they're white. They're dimmable. Oh, make that one white too. And so you see how the second row is not as bright, and I can turn it up if I want to. So this is my shoe showcase. I hope you like it. I hope you get inspired to do something creative with the space inside of your home, or if you're building a new construction home, these are just some ideas for you to try. I'll show you something about these puck lights, which is that they actually attach on magnets, which is very cool. And maybe next time I might move them and put them a little bit closer to the edge here, but they seem to be doing a great job of picking up the motion even without me standing right in front of them. So that's good. It's just this going off after 20 seconds is a little annoying. And there's a switch there to flick to set it to 60 seconds. So I think I'm gonna do that. But let me stand back and show you one more time before the lights go off, the shoe showcase. Thank you for watching.
Please subscribe for more content about new home construction and model home tours in and around the San Antonio area.
And continue to watch as we turn this house into a home.
As always, until next time, be peaceful, stay prayerful, and count your blessings.